Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the Cantab Publishers video lessons. Before starting the lesson, dear students, you must have with you class 7 English textbook, summer pack and resource pack. Resource pack is for parents and teachers guidance. You can also download it from Cantab Publishers official website. We are going to start our lesson from Unit 5, The Farmer and the Apple Tree. Essay laws of this lesson are: use critical thinking to respond to the text and explore causes and consequences of a problem and various solutions. In this lesson, we are going to read the story of a farmer and the apple tree. This is called fable. The story is called a fable. What is a fable? फेबल अब आपका वो होता है, एक फिक्शनल स्टोरी होती है, फिक्शनल जो रियलिटी ना हो, जो रियल ना हो, not real, and it includes animals, creature, plants, inanimate object or forces of nature which leads to a moral lesson. ऐसी कहानी जिससे आपको moral lesson मिलता है, और इमेजिनरी स्टोरी होती है, रियल नहीं होती, लेकिन आपको एक आखिर में moral lesson देती है. फेबल एक छोटी सी कहानी होती है. First, let's do the warm-up activity here. Do you have any pet? क्या आपके पास कोई पेट है? पेट वो जानवर होता है जिसको हम घर में पालते हैं अपने पास, पालतू जानवर जिसे कहते हैं. डू यू एक्सेप्ट अदर ओपिनियंस मोस्टली? क्या आप दूसरों के ओपिनियंस को एक्सेप्ट करते हैं? और डू यू लव विजिटिंग नेचुरल साइट्स? नेचुरल साइट्स जितनी भी हैं, क्या आप उनको देखना या विजिट करना पसंद करते हैं? सो लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर, द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ हियर. Once upon a time, there lived a farmer in a village beside a forest. He had a big garden that had an old apple tree and other plants and beautiful flowers. When the farmer was a little boy, he spent much of his time playing with the apple tree. Those days, the apple tree had given the juiciest apples to him. Juiciest, रस से भरे हुए apples उस दरख्त से मिलते थे. However, as time passed, the apple tree became old and stopped bearing fruits. Bearing मतलब उस पे fruit आना बंद हो गए. Now that the farmer was not getting any apples from the tree, he decided that the tree was useless. Useless, अब tree का कोई फायदा नहीं था जब उसने fruit ही देना बंद कर दिया था. Therefore, he decided to cut the tree and use its wood to make some new furniture. He felt that since the tree was old and huge, he did not have to cure it. Cure it मतलब इसका कोई इलाज करना या इस पे कोई स्प्रे वगैरह करना, खाद डालना बेकार है, क्योंकि ट्री पहले से ही बड़ा और बूढ़ा हो चुका है, बहुत पुराना हो चुका है. एंड इट वुड मेक ग्रेट फर्नीचर, और इससे बहुत अच्छा फर्नीचर बनेगा. ही फॉरगेट दैट एज अ बॉय ही हैड स्पेंट हिज इंटायर चाइल्डहुड climbing the tree and eating its apple. Now the apple tree was home to several little animals in the neighborhood. These included squirrels, sparrows, and huge variety of birds and insects. When the farmer took his axe and began to chopping the tree, all the animals came rushing down. So in this paragraph, what we have read, that there was a time when a farmer lived in a village beside a forest. He has a big garden in which he had an apple tree and other plants, beautiful flowers. He has a garden, and he was a little boy. He spent much of his time playing with the trees and the apple. There was an apple tree. The apple tree had given the juiciest apple to him. But the time passed, the apple tree became old and it stopped giving fruits. So the farmer decided that the tree is old and huge and it have no use now, so I have to cut it and would make great furniture of it. But he forgot that as a boy, he spent most of his time, his childhood, जो अपना बचपन था, उसने इस दरख्त पर चढ़ते हुए और एप्पल खाते हुए गुजारा था. Now the apple tree was the home to several little animals. There are lots of animals who used to live there in that tree, in his neighbor. This includes the squirrels, गुलहरियाँ थी उसमें, चिड़ियाँ, और बहुत ज़्यादा वैरायटी के बर्ड्स और इंसेक्ट्स, कीड़े मकोड़े थे. When he started chopping the tree, all the animals came rushing down. सारे जो जानवर थे वो निकल आए, बाहर तेज़ी से निकल आए. जब उन्होंने देखा कि उसने कुल्हाड़ी निकाल ली और दरख्त को काटने लगा है, चॉपिंग कहते हैं काटने को, किसी चीज से छुरी, चाकू या कुल्हाड़ी से काटने को उससे क्या कहते हैं? चॉपिंग कहते हैं. लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. व्हाट हैपेंड नेक्स्ट? On page number 54, they all began to plead the farmer. Plead? माफी मांगने लगे, उससे पूछने लगे. They gathered around the farmer and said, please do not cut the tree. We used to play with you when you were small under this very tree. This is our home and we have no other place to go. The farmer was adamant. He raised his axe and the commotion grew. Here the adamant mean उसने इरादा कर लिया था कि वो अपना इरादा नहीं बदलेगा, अपना जहन नहीं बदलेगा. किस चीज़ के बारे में? कि मैंने ये दरख्त ज़रूर काटना. He raised his axe and the commotion grew. उसकी जो एक्साइटमेंट थी, कमोशन, उसकी एक्साइटमेंट बढ़ गई कि अब क्या होने वाला है. Please do not chop and destroy my home and kids, cried the squirrel. Please don't chop and destroy my nest, cried the little birds. Please don't cut the apple tree, said the grasshopper. The farmer, however, forgot his childhood and his animal friends. He began to chop the tree harder, and all the little animals became desperate. Desperate, मायूस हो गए, उदास हो गए, and wanted to protect the apple tree at any cost. At any cost, किसी भी कीमत पर एप्पल ट्री की हिफाजत करने के लिए तैयार हो गए, उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए तैयार थे और वो चाहते थे कि एप्पल ट्री को ना काटा जाए. एट वन पॉइंट द बीज थॉट टू अटैक द फार्मर, बट देन दे रियलाइज दैट दे कैन नॉट चेंज द फार्मर्स क्रूअल इंटेंशंस, इरादों को, विद हेट्रेड एंड पेशेंस. सो व्हाट वी read in this paragraph here, that all the animals came out and began to request him to not to cut the tree, because that this tree was their home, and they all tried to make him remember that when the farmer was a child, he used to play with them under this very tree, and they reminded him that this is their home. The farmer was very determined. He doesn't want to change his mind, and he was very excited when he raised his axe and the commotion grew. His excitement grew. All the animals were requesting him not to chop their home because their kids live in that. The squirrel, gulehri, and the bird, and the grasshopper, all the animals and the birds. And the farmer very forgot his child and animal friends, and he began to chop the tree harder. और तेजी से उसने क्या कर दिया? दरख्त काटना शुरू कर दिया. All the little animals became desperate. वो सारे एनिमल्स क्या हो गए? मायूस हो गए और उदास हो गए. वो किसी भी कीमत पर एप्पल ट्री को बचाना चाहते थे. फिर बीज ने, जो शहद की मक्खियाँ थी, उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि क्यों ना इस पे हमला कर दिया जाए, फार्मर पर. फिर उन्होंने रियलाइज़ किया कि फार्मर के जो हैं सालिम इरादों को नफ़रत और सब्र से नहीं बदला जा सकता. तो इस यूनिट को हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे नेक्स्ट लेसन में और फाइंड आउट करेंगे कि आगे क्या हुआ. क्या फार्मर ने वो दरख्त काट दिया? क्या एनिमल्स का घर बच गया कि नहीं? I want you to read the remaining paragraph by yourself, so you have a very good idea of the story. We will continue this lesson. This is your exercise on page number 56. We will do this 3 questions from the text we just have read now. The first question is here. How would you feel if someone said they were going to destroy your home? Explain. So this is personal question. You have to give your personal opinion on that. That how would you feel if someone is determined, decide to destroy your home in which you live? Explain. What will be your reaction? What you will do if you find out this thing? The second one, how does the author describe the character of the farmer? Author जिसने कहानी लिखी है, डिस्क्राइब कैसे किया उसके कैरेक्टर को, फार्मर के कैरेक्टर को. आप इसमें एडजेक्टिव्स यूज कर सकते हैं. यस, जितने भी एडजेक्टिव्स हमने डिस्कस किए हैं अपने प्रीवियस लेसन्स में इस यूनिट के, आप उसका यूज कर सकते हैं इसके कैरेक्टर को डिस्क्राइब करने में. थर्ड वन, एक्सप्लेन देयर क्राइज फॉर हेल्प फेल ऑन डेफ ईयर्स एज taught in the lesson. कि जितनी भी इनकी रिक्वेस्ट थी, देयर क्राइज फॉर हेल्प फेल ऑन डेफ ईयर्स, उसने अनसुनी कर दी, उसने सुन के भी अनसुनी कर दी। उनकी जो मदद की दरख्वास्त थी उसने सुन के भी अनसुनी कर दी। इस चीज़ को आप डिस्क्राइब करें, रेफरेंस कहाँ से लेंगे आप? लेसन से, इसके जो हमने पढ़ा है। I hope you will do your homework and enjoy this lesson. Till next lesson, thank you and goodbye.